My child, come and sit with me for a moment. I know how many names you've been called. I know how many labels have been placed on you. Some by other people, some by circumstances, some by your own thoughts. You've been called too much, or not enough. You've been called the strong one, even when you were tired, or the difficult one, even when you were just hurting. You've been called by your past, by your mistakes, by what you couldn't finish, by what went wrong. And after a while, those labels start to feel like your identity. But listen to me gently now. You are more than the labels you've been given. I know who you really are. I know the parts of you that never show up in public. I know the parts you keep hidden because you're afraid they won't be understood. I know the version of you that exists beneath the roles, beneath the expectations, beneath the pressure to be a certain way, and I have never confused you with your worst moment. You may look at your life and see a list of things you are not successful enough, not healed enough, not consistent enough, not strong enough. But that is not how I see you. I see the heart. That is why I once said, 1 Samuel 16:7, people look at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. People see what you present. They see what you produce. They see what you struggle with. But I see your heart. I see your intentions. I see your effort. I see your quiet courage. I see the battles you fight that no one ever notices. But I see who you are becoming, not just where you've been. You are not a summary of your mistakes. You are not defined by what others failed to understand about you. You are not the worst thing you've ever done, or the hardest thing you've ever been through. You are known, and you are loved in that knowing. I know there are days when you don't even recognize yourself, when you feel like life has changed you in ways you didn't ask for. When you wonder if the real you got lost somewhere along the way, but you have not disappeared. You are still here. Even if you are tired, even if you are quieter than you used to be, even if you are more careful, more guarded, more tender, you are still you, and I still know you completely. That is why I told you this. Psalm 139:1 turn to 2. You have searched me, Lord, and you know me. You know when I sit and when I rise, you perceive my thoughts from afar. This means there is nothing about you that surprises me, nothing about you that confuses me, nothing about you that needs to be hidden from me. I know the thoughts you don't say out loud. I know the questions you don't know how to ask. I know the fears you carry quietly, and I am not overwhelmed by any of it. You don't have to pretend with me. You don't have to perform. You don't have to become someone else to be accepted. You are already fully known. I know some of your labels came from pain, from things people said when they didn't understand you, from moments when you were doing your best, and it still wasn't enough, from seasons when you were surviving, not thriving, and part of you still lives under those names. But I want to gently take them off of you because they are not who you are. There is another truth I want you to remember. 2 Corinthians 5:17. If anyone is in Christ, the new creation has come. The old has gone, the new is here. This does not mean you suddenly forget your past. It means your past no longer has the authority to define you. You are not who you used to be. You are not stuck in the version of you that was hurt, lost, or afraid. You are being made new, even if it's happening quietly and slowly. Becoming new does not always feel dramatic. Sometimes it feels like learning to breathe again. Sometimes it feels like setting boundaries. Sometimes it feels like choosing kindness towards yourself for the first time. I am not in a hurry with your growth. I am patient with your becoming. I know you still struggle with old thoughts, old patterns, old fears. That does not mean you are failing. It means you are human. And I am still working. I also want you to hear this. Ephesians 2:10. For we are God's workmanship, created in Christ Jesus to do good works which God prepared in advance for us to do. Workmanship means intention. It means care. It means design. You are not an accident. You are not a mistake. You are not a problem to be fixed. You are something I am shaping with purpose. Even the parts of you that feel unfinished are not forgotten. Even the parts you wish were different are still in my hands. I see who you are meant to be, and I am gently leading you there. You don't have to become someone else to matter. You don't have to erase your story to be worthy. You don't have to prove your value. Your value was never up for debate. My child, you are not your labels. You are not your diagnosis. You are not your past. You are not your worst today. "You are mine, and I know exactly who you are, even when you don't." So when the old names try to return, when the old voices try to define you, when you start to see yourself only through what went wrong, come back to me. Let me remind you, you are known, you are chosen, you are being renewed, you are loved more deeply than you can measure, and nothing about who you really are has been lost. I see you, and I call you by your true name.